Healthy eating for diabetics. It is no secret that everyone needs to eat a healthy, well-balanced diet in order to be healthy. This is especially true in the case of those who have certain health conditions or diseases, including diabetes. It is essential that people who have diabetes, or are at risk of developing diabetes, eat a healthy diet that is rich in the 3 macronutrients that we all need to survive: carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Aren't fats and carbohydrates bad? Contrary to popular belief, not all fats and carbohydrates are bad, and we do need a certain amount of good carbohydrates and fats in order to maintain a healthy body. Sure, we hear all kinds of things about low-carb diets, but the carbohydrates that they are intended to reduce are the bad carbohydrates, or simple carbohydrates. These are carbohydrates that come from sugar sources. The carbohydrates that we need in our diets are the complex carbohydrates, which come from vegetables, whole grain breads and pasta, brown rice and legumes, as well as other sources. We all need a certain amount of healthy fats. Yes, there is such a thing as healthy fats. The fats that we all want to avoid are saturated fats, which can raise blood and LDL cholesterol levels. Many animal products are loaded with saturated fats, including meat and dairy foods. But we still need these foods in our diets. We just need to have them in moderation. The fats that we need in our diets are monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats. Monounsaturated fats come from such sources as nuts, avocados, canola and olive oil. Polyunsaturated fats can be found in such dietary sources as corn, soy, sunflower and safflower oils, as well as salmon and fish oil. Protein for life. As noted above, protein is a macronutrient that we all need in our diets. Diabetics really need to make sure that they are getting enough protein, but they also need to make sure that they are not getting too much protein in their diets. This is actually true of everyone. Diabetes plays a huge role in kidney health, and when people get too much protein, they are at risk of developing kidney stones, as well as gallstones. Chains of amino acids bond together to create proteins, and there are 2 types of amino acids, essential and non-essential. Essential amino acids are those that the body is unable to produce on its own, and therefore must come from dietary sources. Non-essential amino acids are those that the body is able to produce. The 8 essential amino acids are leucine, isoleucine, lysine, threonine, tryptophan, valine, methionine, and phenylalanine. The 14 non-essential amino acids are alanine, arginine, asparagine, aspartic acid, cysteine, cysteine, proline, serine, taurine, glutamine, tyrosine, ornithine, glutamic acid, and glycine. Dietary sources of protein that are great for diabetics. Just because someone has diabetes doesn't mean that he or she has to have a boring, bland diet. In fact, it is just the opposite. There are all kinds of delicious foods that contain plenty of protein, enough to provide 35% of the daily caloric intake, as recommended by the American Diabetes Association as well as the American Heart Association. Animal proteins are all complete proteins, meaning that they contain all of the essential amino acids and all of the non-essential amino acids that form chains to create protein. Plant-based proteins are incomplete proteins and must be eaten in combination to get the maximum health benefits. The one exception to this rule is soy. This is a plant-based protein that is complete, and in addition to being great for diabetics, soy has also been known to be beneficial in the prevention and treatment of breast cancer. Animal-based proteins, lean red meat, fish, white meat, poultry, breast meat, low-fat dairy products such as milk and cheese, and eggs. Plant-based proteins, soy, rice, beans of all types, all other legumes, whole grains, leafy greens, potatoes, cucumbers and spinach. Protein supplements can help. Often, if diabetic patients are not getting all of the protein and other nutrients they need from their diets, their physicians will recommend that they use protein supplements or other dietary supplements that will provide all of the nutrients that will help them to remain as healthy as possible. There are many different types of protein supplements available, and it may be confusing to some as to which ones are best. The best way to decide is to discuss it with a physician, to make sure that the chosen supplements are all right for a diabetic diet. Most protein supplements are made from whey, casein, soy, rice, or egg proteins. Some of these supplements include protein powders, liquid protein supplements, protein snacks and liquid protein shots, all of which can easily be incorporated into a diabetic diet. Protein powders, these are the most versatile types of protein supplements. Unflavored protein powders can be used as additives to any recipe, and flavored powders, such as chocolate, vanilla, fruit punch or berry, can be used to make delicious protein-rich shakes and smoothies that are excellent meal replacements and provide the protein all diabetics need in a meal. Liquid protein supplements, these are very popular, mainly because they are pre-mixed and ready to drink. These also make delicious and healthy meal replacements, but it is essential to read the ingredients and nutritional information before buying liquid protein supplements. Many are high in calories and are milk-based, making them bad choices for those who are lactose intolerant, or have allergies to dairy products. Protein snacks, These make great between-meal snacks and provide the protein that everyone, including diabetics, often needs in the middle of the day. After all, protein is a natural source of energy. Just like with liquid protein supplements, it is essential that the nutritional information be read, as many of these snacks, especially some of the bars, are high in calories. Liquid protein shots. Anyone, diabetics included, who is looking for a great way to add protein to their diet without adding a whole lot of fat or calories should try liquid protein shots. One of the popular protein shots available today is ProfectR by Protica, which contains only 100 calories per 2.9 fluid ounce serving, while providing 35 grams of protein. ProfectR contains no carbohydrates or fats, making it ideal for low-calorie diets. And, ProfectR comes in many delicious flavors, so everyone is bound to enjoy drinking it. Some of the flavors that are available include blue raspberry, grapefruit mango, and orange pineapple. Whether you are diabetic, or just looking to get extra protein in your diet, it is important to discuss any dietary changes with a physician before actually enacting them. There may be certain nutrients that are specifically recommended, and if dietary supplements are going to be used, they need to provide as many of these nutrients as possible in order to make sure that the person taking them remains as healthy as possible, even if he or she does have diabetes.